Muri Zimbabwe tichikukwazisai zvakare pano paZim News Update, pano petinoda kupai first hand update anonga ari kuitika muno munyika yeZimbabwe. So kana uri mutsva usabve pano usina kusubscribe, kulike nekushare. Muri Zimbabwe tine maupdates akati wandei. Pano tine update yanyonga iri kuitika yaVP Chiwenga navakuda Tagwirei haisi kumira, sezvo tiri kuziva kuti kuda Tagwirei ari kuramba achipa pressure yekuti ange achikwana mubato reZANU-PF, chinova chiricho chinhu chisiri kudiwa, chiratidzo chisiri kudiwa naVP Chiwenga, chisiri kudiwa nava mupofu, chisiri kudiwa futi navasanyatwe nevamwe vanhu vakasiyana muri yeZimbabwe. Ari kungomanikidzira. Uye tine update yetichasiya muchinzwa pano maactivists vachitaura kuti Job Scala anogona kungonyura akaita zvekutamba, because sezvo tiri kuziva kuti ZANU-PF yatooccupy neSouth Africa, because vari kushandisa mari vachiti munhu akatizira kana kuSouth Africa anosungirwa ikoko. Sezvo muri kuona kuti zvakaitwa nanyoka yemabhunu vakangosungirwa ikoko muri yeZimbabwe. Zvinhu zviri kuitika izvi zvakada kumbozama kumboitika nguva yana Mugabe paida kupinza Grace Mugabe muCentral Committee, but zvinhu izvi zvakazoramba muri yeZimbabwe. Sezvo muri kuziva kuti Grace Mugabe ndiye akakonzeresa kuti vaMugabe vanga vachibva nguva yavo isati yakwana nedzungu raanga akuita muri yeZimbabwe. So takuti tikuverengere zviripo pano, then tapedza tozokusiyai muchinzwa maactivists vari kutaura nenhahwa yerevolution kuti Job Scala akaita zvekutamba, akaita zvemafanisi, ZANU-PF inomunyudza to the last. So tiri kuona Tagwirei is just a political wave. The real tide is General Chiwenga. General Chiwenga, the recent buzz surrounding criminals kuba kwashe akabanzi kuda angadoti kuda kwashe munyoro ava nokuti kuba kwashe. Tagwirei growing influence within ZANU-PF is nothing new. Zimbabwe has seen this move before when Grace Mugabe was co-opted into Central Committee. Grace Mugabe akatomboiswa muCentral Committee. ZANU-PF ma1 cheche. The media exploded. The same chorus is now playing for Tagwirei headlines, speculation and whispers of succession. But let's be honest, the noise isn't about leadership, is about a case. Chokwadi chiripo ndechekuti vanhu vari kungoda zviwanikwa. Ndochokwadi chiripo muri yeZimbabwe, vanhu vari kungoda zviwanikwa. Vision of ideology they are chasing proximately to power and the spoil that come with it. Tagwirei is a businessman, not a statesman. Tagwirei is a businessman, not a statesman. He may be influential in the economic corridors, but he lacks the potential gravitas, the liberation credentials, and the strategic depth to lead a revolution. A party like ZANU-PF material might need to visit the nearest country. This is not an insult, it's a reality check. If President Mnangagwa is seriously considering handing over power to Kuda Tagwirei, it would mark the beginning or the end of ZANU-PF. Anza Mnangagwa chete wakangopa power chete kuna Kuda Tagwirei anongatori ma1 ndokutanga nekuguma kwebato reZANU-PF. It will be a betrayal of the party founding fathers Josiah Magamba, Tongogara Ibede Chitepo, Joshua Ngomo, and the thousands of unknown soldiers who graves remain unmarked but who sacrificed to build the nation. If I were Tagwirei is in those vice if were Tagwirei in those Vice President Constantino Chiwenga, he is the only figure within ZANU-PF who commands both military respect and revolutionary legitimacy. His role in Operation Restore Legacy is unwavering loyalty to the liberation ethos and his strategic positioning make him the natural successor. Victory of General Chiwenga is not just possible, is inevitable. He is poised to become the next president and the first secretary of ZANU-PF, the party needs a leadership who understanding its roots, its mission, and his future. Tagwire, for all his wealth, does not fit that mode. Succession is not a game muri yezimbabwe. Mashoko acho akati one day kuti tizomapedza kumawerengesa tizokwanisa kumapedza. Ndofunga ndo zviri kutaurwa pano zvamurungu zvinzwirawo mega pano itira kuti musare muchinzwa makomboreti ndofamba nawo pano munzwe kuti chii chikunyatsa kumboitika nenawo yerevolution.
Actually, many people that have betrayed Job and many enemies. That's how I read what she said. And it makes sense. So if that is the case, then the planting of whatever was planted, if it was planted, could have been done by anybody, because it seems like Job Sikala had many enemies, including enemies within the opposition. Once we put that on the table, this assumption that there could only be one enemy and that enemy was ZANU-PF immediately goes out the window. That's besides me already stating categorically that I believe that Job Sikala put those things in his own car. And if he didn't, if they were not planted, he bought them and they were delivered to his car and put under his seat. Nevertheless, we also have this issue where people believe that the South African justice system is much more efficient and better than Zimbabwe. You guys have no clue what you're talking about. Buyanga is in South African jail for the past 3 months without trial. Buyanga is a billionaire or whatever, multi-millionaire that he was, just going to show you the level of incompetence of the South African system. In the South African system, people have been forgotten for 13 years without trial, sitting somewhere lost, their dockets lost, but they're being held in remand. There are Zimbabweans in South African prisons who stole a sweet from a shop that are sitting in jail for 7 years without trial and without their dockets ever appearing in court. The South African system is incompetent. You all saw me going to court with evidence from laboratories proving that my allegations that I made had been justified by court cases and documents put in court by the people that were saying I was defaming them. I brought their papers in court where they admit selling GMOs. I went and I showed the reports of glyphosate in their food. They went and did their own tests in Standards Association. It proved that there was glyphosate. They now started making an issue about it being below the limits. But do you know that the South African court said that I was lying? And I was in contempt of court for bringing evidence from laboratories. Till today, we're still in court challenging those judgments because this system is more corrupt than you've ever seen before. And that's why Mukwanazi right now has got an inquiry in which he implicated the judiciary as being very corrupt and in collusion, in cahoots with criminality. So Job Sikala can anokwanisa guys, because this system that is in is the most corrupt, incompetent system that you will ever find. The kind of people like that lady, what is her name? The lady who didn't know the frontline states. Those are the judges that you have in this system. People that are so dull, you can't understand why they're sitting on the bench. But they were fast-tracked onto the bench just so that they can have black judges on the bench. You've seen people like Dalim Pofu, totally ignorant. You've seen Aiku Kumalo, totally incompetent. These are senior lawyers within that system. Ask yourself the type of judges that are there. Then the police, I won't even talk about. These are the 30% metric pass that go out and investigate cases. These people are the reason why only 4% of rape cases that are reported in South Africa ever lead into a conviction. So you need to understand what we're talking about here, guys. Politicians get murdered every three politicians get murdered every single month. In fact, 6. And they never catch the people that kill these people. So Job Sikala anokwanisa kutonyura achitopera ipapo because of the incompetence of the system.
Yeah, thank you, Rutendo, and engineer.
Oh, and I had one more point, Hulu. One more point.
Okay.
So people say
right.
that someone said here that Tagwire praise people, praise politicians. Let's say what you are saying is true. Can you imagine that he goes out, but imagine that he goes to pay everybody else or Stalos. He goes and
hanzi newewo uri kupiwa kupindura nyaya yakunzi hanzi newewo uri kutopiwa mari.
He goes and pays Chamisa. He goes and pays all these politicians. But for some reason, he doesn't find a reason to pay Job Sikala. But you want us to believe
Job
that
Sekala
Job
will
Sikala.
never take it. Difference between
Job
you and
Sikala is
him.
hungry. He would take anything. That's why he's got
Job
explosives
All right.
Sekala
under the
would
seat.
All
rather
right,
kill
Bosalani.
Nema dzako, nema
akatoda
dzako.
rake nenzara than
You are lying,
All
kubhadharwa.
right.
Rutendo. Don't lie to
All
that
right,
that
guys. All
far.
right. Let's now have a smooth a discussion, guys. Let's move with the speakers. All right. So let me go to
No, I was about to
Tinashe.
finalize Hulu. Hulu, I was
Hapana,
All right.
finalizing.
Okay.
finalize.
What do you mean
Let
you're
me
All
about to
right.
finalize.
Allow
finalize?
him
You'd
to
already seized
finalize.
off your
Allow
mind.
him to finalize, guys. Then from there we are moving with the speakers. I'm coming to you guys, and I'm giving you the chance. Don't worry.
Right.
Rutendo,
So,
go ahead.
so the finalization is, if this man is so unworthy of bribing because he's just not able, he's an unentity. Why would anybody now go and sabotage him except
He's
his
got
own
morals.
except his own he's got no morals, that guy, except his own opposition members that want to destroy him.
Why,
All
United,
right.
why are you worried about Job Sikala and all these people speaking about Job
Reynard,
Sikala, and then Mimi you become so worried?
I'm not worried. I'm
I'm
not the
Reynard,
one
asking him a
wait.
who was
question.
arrested. It's him who got arrested. Remember, I'm not the
All
one who
right.
got
Hulu,
No,
arrested.
but why
Hulu,
are you so
Hulu,
worried and
what
heavily
Rutendo is
invested in?
saying.
Why are you so
Job
heavily
Sekala
invested in discussing Job
karako
Sikala
therefore he
anyways?
keeps getting incarcerated. That's what Rutendo is
All
saying.
right. Okay. All right. Let's move. Let's move, guys. Let's move. All right. So I've just brought Bento, just briefly, Bento. Can you confirm what you said? Silenkos is here. The information
Ulusa.
secretary is here.
Bento.
Smartest,
Ulu Batasadaro. Ulu.
Smartest, you are coming
But
next.
Thanks,
You are
my
Ulu.
coming
guy.
next, Smartest.
Thanks,
Smartest is coming
Chigo,
next. Don't
Chamurugo,
worry.
Gunumuna,
All
and
right. So
Smartest.
Bento,
Yes.
Bento. Yeah. For the sake of our audience, I just want Tinashe. I'm coming to you also shortly, my friend. Don't worry. Right, Bento. I just want, for the sake of our audience, you mentioned something that to the effect that you said Honorable Job Scala, when he was in the University of Zimbabwe, he threw himself into or onto a police vehicle just for the sake of wanting to get arrested, until the police said, no, we are not looking for you, get down and go home. Can you confirm that? Did it really happen? And do you have
Yes.
any evidence, Bento?
Yes, I can categorically confirm. It's Job Scala in Nachimadoro Baba Ifafi, Wafundeo. Then akaunzi vamwe vakusungwa kuUZ vakabva ainge achimanya achinosvikanda mumota mapurisa akaramba kumusunga. So that this is the type of men we are dealing with. I can categorically confirm. You see, the
Right,
problem is
but if you categorically, confirm that, do you also have evidence to categorically show us that it really happened?
what type of evidence? Zvangofana kuti wait, zvangofana kuti hulu teneza ngo ndakakuona uchifamba muna Churchill street wozondipe evidence. Seriously, ask vaidzidza naJob vanokuudza. They will tell
All
you
right,
this. Ask
all right,
vanokuudza.
Ulu, thank you. So Ulu, can I come?
Well, you
Ulu.
need to job and
No,
excuse
hold
all
you.
on,
right.
hold
So
on,
let's
Hold,
guys. I
let's
was
go to
going
Smartest
next.
then. All right, let's
Hold
go to
on. I
Smartest.
don't
Smartest,
think
you
Thank you.
Bento
continue.
knows what
The next one.
categorically means. I don't
I
think
Okay,
he
know
thank you.
knows.
ndotanga kuti categorically means andakuenda kuchikoro.
No,
All
no,
right, that's
that's
Yes,
fine.
fine.
That's fine,
Guys,
Bento.
I think it's me
Andakufoera form
now.
4, andakufoera form 6, andakufoera university.
All
Okay,
right,
so
guys.
Ulu. Okay, that's fine.
Hapana,
All
ime
right, that's fine.
chinonetsaka vanhu vakawanda havavazivi vakomana. There are people
All
who
right,
know these people in and out. Munongovaverenga mumapepa nokuona
all
pamarally.
right, Bento.
You don't know
All
these
right,
people.
Bento. All right, Bento. That's fine. So
Okay,
Bento, you have
thank you.
said what you have said. We will hear from Silenkosi and the information secretaries here, as well as Engineer Joe. We'll be able to hear from them, so we can be able to just make sense of what you're talking about. So apparently he doesn't have real evidence. He's just saying that he knows about it,
Naye
the same
hulu
way
uda
as
evidence yakaita sei?
yep.
Newspaper
I
cutting,
mean,
what
alright.
evidence that
evidence?
can make people believe
Yakaita
that.
It's not
sei?
evidence, it's
It's
information.
an
Information.
allegation.
You are only alleging, Bento. It's an allegation. It's
It's
not evidence.
alleging.